Hey guys, how are you doing today? It's Jerry. We're going to talk about transplanting our seedlings that we started last week. As you can see, they're still in their humidity dome, and they've progressed quite a lot. If you see this root zone under here, it's really nice, it's really flourishing, ready to get transplanted. Same with our little one in the cube. So that way you've seen two ways to start seeds, and with our ones that are in the fabric pots, we're going to transplant them into a fabric pot with soil. So I've got here a 2-gallon fabric pot, and I have my soilless mixture. It's a medium. It has peat moss, perlite, and a little bit of goodness, those mycorrhizal fungi, and some bacteria in there for the root zone to really nicely develop. I like to take my soil and moisten it a bit in a container and then put it into the pot that I'm using so that it can compress really nicely. And we'll top it off with this mix here. Looks like we've guesstimated just about the right amount. It's always nice. Alright. And since this soil is already a bit moistened, it's not going to compact too much on the plant. Very, very simple to transplant these out of the fabric bags. Just simply pop them in there. I'm going a little bit deeper because this guy's a little bit tall, and I'm going to cover up the base of its stem with a little bit of the soil, help support it and keep it nicely in place. So that right there is a successful transplant into a fabric pot with soil from a biodegradable fabric planter's bag. The roots will grow right through there, and they can thrive and be really nice and happy. If you notice there's a little bit of yellowing going on, it's telling me that these plants are ready to start getting their nutrients. So when we water them in, they will have a seedling nutrient mix, a 1-part organic mix, with a little bit of some root zone stimulator added in there. Transplanting the second one, I've already got this nice and prepared. Just pop that in there. Bang, bang, boom. Simple, easy, no muss. You're not messing with that root zone from trying to pull it out of the fabric bag or anything like that. So the roots are happy and the plants are going to be nice and happy in these containers. We're going to do a little something with this cube. You can transplant this cube directly into a fabric pot just like these, but I'm going to show you a different method here. We will get that off. It tears really, really easily at the seam. And you can see how those roots are starting to poke through really nicely all the way around. Here we've got a larger rock wool style container or cube. It's a 6x6 cube. These little plugs are made to really nicely fit in here. I'm going to spread it out a little bit and muddle it up a little bit so the roots can grow really nicely in. Going to carefully get those down in there so as not to mess with any of them. And boom, that's nicely transplanted as well. We've got our 3 plants successfully transplanted. Because they're in these containers now, not going to necessarily have to worry about that root zone getting too warm, but when they're young, I still like to keep a heat net under them just to help stimulate that root growth. So, pop that under this tray. It'll sit nicely like this, and we'll maneuver this tray back under our light so these guys can get a full array of the nice sunlight, which is going to help them thrive. Right here I have some reverse osmosis water. We spoke about that last time. It's commonly referred to RO water. It's really nice and clean, and in it I have a little bit of these 1-part organic nutrients as well as a bit of that root stimulator. That's what I'm going to just get these guys watered in with. The soil's moist, so we're not moistening and wetting the soil. We're just getting a nice bit of a water in, and it's going to allow this plant to really get hardy and thrive. We're being careful as not to just puddle it in there. Do the same on this one. And again, these containers are already nice and watered in because we moistened that soil. And we'll add a bit to this cube as well. Don't worry about getting a little bit on the leaf. We're wearing our gloves, so we'll help that out. All right. So, a bucket to moisten your soil in before you transplant. A nice container to water in with your nutrients once they've gotten transplanted. Work this soil into a really nice base around the plant there. And these guys are successfully transplanted. I appreciate you guys watching the video today. And if you have any questions or comments, please stop by the shop or leave a comment below. Thank you very much, and I hope you guys have a great afternoon.